is always a game of consequence.
Well, exhibition match sounds like an easy-ozy game of football, Peter, and a picture-perfect occasion until the word pride gets a mention. And it's likely to have quite a big say between teams that could easily be sucked into an excuse for another feud. Why let an exhibition match get in the way of that? So these two will be going at it very, very strongly.
And we're underway. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, it's hard to ignore Bellingham, Peter, because he's been compared to so many past England greats. His versatility, the unpredictability, those late runs from deep that make him a great threat. Will he reach those heights? He certainly has all the potential.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Camavinga. Play towards the front line. Eric Garcia cuts out the pass. Koundé. Eric Garcia. Pedri. Al Kubasi. He's fizzed it forward. Rudiger. Rodrigo. Camavinga. Vinicius Junior. Played into the box. And here's Mbappe. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Rudiger. Howson. Back into the middle. Balde tries to clear. Decent chance! Femi. Eric Garcia. Balde chooses to go cross-field. Calmly anticipates. Koundé, aim forwards. And now the breakaway. Raphinha. Femi. Balde. Femi. Ferran Torres. Tchouaméni. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior played up towards the front line. There are a few waiting. A header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Barcelona, well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Rudiger. Tchouaméni. Vinicius Junior takes control of it and he's on the move. And here's Mbappe. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Moved on forwards. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. De Jong. De Jong, gently done. We expected better, and so did he. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Takes a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And the keeper beats it away. Rodrigo, and that's aimed into the middle. Cleared away. And here's Vinicius Junior. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And here's Rodrigo. And it's Valverde, looking here to chip it through. And that was very necessary. Fermin. Kubasi. Played out to the right. Nicely intercepted. Vinicius Junior. Rodrigo. He's found a way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then. That won't be the last they'll see of him. That's a nicely weighted pass. Played back to the goalkeeper. Kubasi. And here's the chance to counter. Very nicely done. De Jong. And it's Balde. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, they could be caught out here. Raphinha gets it away. And here's Raphinha. Balde. Oh, nice touch. Fermin finds himself offside. De Jong. Fermin, probing pass. Yamal. Raphinha. And they've got rid. Eric Garcia made out to the left flank. It's been a pretty frantic start. A lot of front foot pressing. Howson. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Balde. Bellingham does really well to win the ball there.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
Raphinha! Raphinha! A real chance and a real let-off.
Raphinha clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Rudiger shifted upfield. Camavinga. De Jong. And here's Yamal. And here's Yamal. Lopez. And it's claimed by the keeper. Over to the left. Could try cutting inside here. The defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Eric Garcia. And it's played forward.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Well, that's well seen too. And here's Ferran Torres. And it's Lopez. He's in a great position here. Oh, this is a great... Yamal! Rodrigo, out to the right. Valverde, he is through. Valverde! And that certainly packed a punch. And he cuts out the supply. Rodrigo, head out towards the right wing. Nice control. Rodrigo has been caught there, it's a foul.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Up he goes! Oh, not the best of headers. Al-Kubasi spread out to the left. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Out to the left it goes. Balde. And here's Lopez. And it's Balde. 0-0 still. No lack of chances, though.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Vinicius Junior. Howson forwards and with intent. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Ferran Torres. Here's Vinicius Junior. And here's Mbappe. Oh, good ball. There's the shot. Yes, it's there. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that silenced the crowd, Peter. Item 1 on the to-do list. Done.
Rudiger, no. Again, there's no way through. That's really well manoeuvred. Fermin. Barcelona can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. Vinicius Junior. And here's Mbappe. And he's on his... Can he finish? It's anyone's ball now. And here's Mbappe. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Valverde! In he goes again! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Koundé attempts a clearance. And it's Tchouaméni. Vinicius, and a chance! Eric Garcia. Valde. Fermin. Can he get onto this? Valde. And that has been cleared. Raphinha plays it short. The cross. Tchouaméni getting this one clear. And it's played forward. Bellingham forwards and with intent. Balde. Raphinha. Well-timed, excellent interception. Yamal. Fermin. Howson. Valverde. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Howson. Howson shifted upfield. Mbappe played out to the left flank. Kubasi. Eric Garcia. Koundé. Pedri. Koundé. Kubasi aim forwards. Rodrigo. Played back in. Oh, good spread. Some good work on the right flank here. Valverde with the cross. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Rodrigo moves short. Kubasi clears it away. Raphinha, gently done. Vinicius Junior. Pedri wins the duel this time. Now, what about a counter-attack? And that could set him on his way. Ferran Torres. And the finish! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Valverde. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Climbs up big! De Jong. Now, who's going to be first to this? Koundé. Vinicius Junior tries a deft and the shot! De Jong. Koundé. Pedri. De Jong. Moved on forwards. Bellingham. Lobbed in behind. Mbappe. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Camavinga. Valverde. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Valverde is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Rudiger. And reclaimed it in a trice. Camavinga. Mbappe. Played out to the right. And that has been clubbed away. And here's Valverde. Can he deliver? Might be dangerous. Rodrigo! Great effort, beautifully taken.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Now it's Ferran Torres, and it's Lopez. Oh, perfectly measured that. Ferran Torres! It's a goal! The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
I think he was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Barcelona grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And And it's played forward. That has been cut short. Rodrigo providing an outlet on that flank. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And that's been won straight back. Tchouameni forwards and with intent. Pedri. Balde. Al-Kubasi aim forwards. Howson. Bellingham. An imaginative pass, and into the grateful arms of the keeper. Fermin. Barcelona getting a lot of touches here, but they're not making much progress. And it's Balde. And here's Raphinha. Yamal, and it's lofted through here. Bellingham. Raphinha. Now it's Yamal. Tries a shot! Goal! Barcelona! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Barcelona take the lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Balde. De Jong. Barcelona, half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Balde. And it's Balde. That's really well manoeuvred. Fermin, there's the delivery. Fermin. Nice physical challenge. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Koundé. Al-Kubasi, gently done.
Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Now it's Lopez. And it's hoisted clear. That's a little off target. And they can counter here. Ball's played through. Great ball if he can get there. Koundé gets rid without sophistication. Crossed in again. Here's a corner. They've played it short. Here's Rodrigo. Rodrigo. Plenty waiting in the middle. That's good play. Pedri shifted upfield. He has found the way through. And it's Lopez. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Hit into the middle. Al-Kubasi clears it away. Valverde. Looking to break at pace. Raphinha. Yamal. De Jong. Barcelona have hit a quick-fire double here and are 2-1 up. What a comeback. De Jong have it back and can go again. Mbappe. Time added on will be 2 minutes. And here's Ferran Torres. Pedri. Moved on forwards. Vinicius Junior. Oh, red, nice interception. Koundé forwards and with intent. Rudiger. And back to the keeper they go. Howson, nicely aimed pass. Mbappe, spread out to the left. He can get that clear. And we've reached half-time. Oh, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So there was the first half.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Instant pack, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And we are back on the way. That's going to go a long way. And it's Koundé. Raphinha gets into a good position. Muscular approach does pay off here. Tchouaméni did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That has found him in acres of space. And that has been cleared. And claimed it back swiftly. Raphinha. Pedri. De Jong. Pedri. De Jong. Al-Kubasi has played it long. Valverde gets over and intercepts. Goulet. And here's Mbappe. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Done delicately. Valverde. Chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Valverde clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And it's been taken short. Yamal. Koundé. Kubasi. De Jong. Raphinha. De Jong. Balde. And here's Lopez. De Jong, aim forwards. That's very neat. And it's played into the middle. Defending of the desperate variety. Time to deliver. That is lovely. It's run loose here. Balde played back in. And that has been cleared. And here's Yamal. Camavinga makes the interception. Now it's Mbappe. So what can they make of this? Proves too strong. Yamal. And that could set him on his way. Now it's Ferran Torres. Great defending, strong and determined. And here's Ferran Torres. And it's De Jong. De Jong was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Rudiger. And that's really well manoeuvred. Valverde. Valverde charging forward down that flank. Bellingham. Bellingham! There's a goal!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us. It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
This is quite a battle.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And here's Ferran Torres. Vinicius Junior. And the counter is on. Camavinga. Oh, a delicate chip through. The less said about that pass, the better. And it's played forward. Rudiger. Tchouaméni. Ferran Torres. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. Now it's Yamal, and he's managed to get free. Yamal. So who's he picking out? He is just caressing the ball. Tries to get it clear. Barcelona are making a change now. And it's Pedri. Koundé. De Jong. Gets it away. And here's Lopez. Dinks one through. And the keeper has it. De Jong. Pedri. And here's Gavi. Vinicius Junior. And we're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's Vinicius Junior. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. That has been knocked clear. Pedri forwards and with intent. Now it's Yamal. Succumbs to the pressure. Camavinga. Rudiger.
We're in for an intriguing second half now, contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Vinicius Junior out to the right. Oh, played through for the wide man. Fermin looks to get on the end of this. De Jong. Eric Garcia shifted upfield. Gavi. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Bellingham. Valverde. Koundé gets it away. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Oh, well measured. Lopez. Out towards the flank. Camavinga. And here's Bellingham. And he cuts out the supply. De Jong. Al Kubasi aim forwards. Bellingham. Proves too strong. Ferran Torres. And the break is on. Pedri, that's a delicate pass. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Calmly anticipates. Goulet, and it's lofted through here. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe, he's Mbappe! Koundé gets it clear. That is good, super running, sharp movement, came up against a defender though who was ever so determined. That's really well manoeuvred. Balde. Great defending, strong and determined. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Tchouameni, played over towards the opposite flank. And it's Arda Güler. Güler, played out towards the right wing. Oh, a delicate chip through. Tchouameni. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, what about it? From the cusp of victory to the... Mbappe! And he comes up trumps again. Eric Garcia. Kubasi. Yamal. Yamal, gently done. Nice, ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Moved on forwards. You can run onto that. Ferran Torres. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Ferran Torres stood his ground strongly. Yamal. Yamal! Howson, and he goes cross-field. Valverde. Aim forwards. Mbappe! Mbappe couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
Rudiger. And it's played forward. And here's Vinicius Junior. Arda Güler. Valverde. Valverde! Cleared without complication. Howson. Tchouaméni. Rudiger forwards and with intent. Bellingham looking for a runner. Valverde. Lovely feet. Vinicius. Oh, shooting chance! Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Bellingham. Bellingham! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Rudiger shifted upfield. Camavinga. Tchouaméni does really well to win the ball there. And it's Bellingham. Plays it through. Oh, what a climb! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Bellingham. Now it's Güler. Oh, perfectly measured that. And the ball's come loose here. Pedri. Yamal. Ferran Torres. Oh, played right into his path. Valverde cuts it out. Here's Ferran Torres. Lopez. Oh, sweet feet. And it's Gavi. He's in a good position here. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Howson is fouled. Keeper's got good distance on that. Ferran Torres. And they can counter here. Caresses it through. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Güler. Oh, nicely intercepted. And it's Gavi. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Lopez. That is a brilliant interception. Vinicius Junior. Yamal wins the duel this time. That's really well manoeuvred. Lopez. Great defending, strong and determined. Courtois sends that a long way. Balde. Fermin. Lobbed in behind. Oh, great chance! Mbappe given the lift of his goal. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Eric Garcia. And here's Ferran Torres. And he's pulled him up for that challenge. And that's going to be a booking. A fine save.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Chouameni moved on forwards. And here's Valverde. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham chips it through. Rudiger with the short one. Oh, some tackle that.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Yamal. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. And it's Bellingham. Clipped into space. Valverde. That's tidy. Now here's the delivery. And that has been cleared.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Gavi. De Jong. Balde. That looks a good ball through. Lopez. Now then, the ball's come loose.
Barcelona clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Bellingham. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Vinicius Junior, oh, good spread.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Gavi done delicately. Howson tries to clear. Goes for the header! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
So here comes the substitution.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
And he's heaved it away. Ball's gone out of play. This looks promising. Arda Güler showing good feet.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
It's a good-looking delivery. Real chance! Rashford clears it away. Swings it across. Al-Kubasi tries to clear. Mbappe. Eric Garcia gets good distance on it.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Güler. And it's Arda Güler. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Mbappe goes for a shot! It's in! And the comeback is complete!
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
I think this team shows great willpower and a wonderful never-say-die attitude. No other outfit can match them. They just keep going. Superb.
Kubasi. And it's played forward. Picks it up out wide. Shot a goal! Oh, that could cost them.
Balda clearly wanted to level things up in a hurry here. It didn't quite come off for him, but top marks for the effort.
Al-Kubasi plays it short. No way through, so back it comes. And here's Ferran Torres! Should have equalised.
Ferran Torres, well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
Ferran Torres being hunted in packs.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to reduce his movement because they've allowed him to run free.
Oh, it's come loose.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now that's well seen too. And he's found a way past. Vinicius Junior. He's in a great position. Nicely shaped cross.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Now it's Rashford. De Jong. De Jong forwards and with intent. Gavi. Final seconds, this has to be it. Time is desperately short now, but it is a corner. Time for a change in personnel.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Valverde. Koundé. De Jong.
Time is ticking away, and they're playing as if they're defending a lead. They've got to get it up the pitch.
Well timed, excellent interception. And it's Pedri. De Jong. Gavi. And here's Yamal. Thumps it clear. Referee's given a throw. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Danger averted for now. Valde. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that's neat. They need to get it in quick. Now it's Gavi. Gavi! Gavi! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Barcelona really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
And here's Mbappe. And here's Vinicius Junior. Belling. Nice physical challenge.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Rashford. And it's Balde. Now it's Rashford. Out to the left it goes. Chance, surely! It just took too long getting forward.
Peter, the best counter-attacks are pacey and incisive, we know that, and that one never really got going.
That has been cut short. Koundé. And here's Gavi. Pedri. And here's Yamal. Plays it out wide. Rashford. Ceballos. Belling. Valverde. Couler. And that's a good ball. Bellingham! No mistake! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. You just know there is no stopping that.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Arsenal checks on the touchline, a change about to occur.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Gavi played through into space. Valde. Oh, smashing header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
So there's going to be another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Rashford. Eric Garcia. And that is that. Barcelona pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players have got what it takes to come back from this.